What's up guys, welcome back to another MOTOBOB video. Now a lot of the bigger jobs that I've been doing on the Street Twin are kind of done now. The paint, switching the tyres, exhaust, switching the tail tidy out, the headlight and the kind of front end kit. You know, those big changes that really change how the whole bike is going to look are done. And now it's time to start paying attention to some of the more detailed bits. And I think that's what really separates like a good build from a, you know, half-hearted one, is making sure that all the little bits look right and that everything looks good together. So fortunately, a couple of weeks ago, the guys from Motone sent me out this very exciting parcel with some extra bits just to start finishing the bike off and really elevate it up a level to make it look a little bit classier. So let's have a look at some of these. First thing is a fuel cap, a blacked out fuel cap, aluminium. It looks absolutely lovely. In here we've got shock bolt dress up kit. So those are just some much nicer looking shock bolts with a kind of blacked out housing on them there, or I don't know what you would call that. But that comes with some Allen key bolts as well. I don't know if you've ever really paid attention to the shock bolts on the Street Twin, but they fur up really easily and look a bit naff, so those are going to look much better. Here we've got a proper metal oil filler cap, another aluminium part. Let me get that out of the box. Real nice quality, really nicely made. As I say, you know, these are quite small parts, but it's really just going to finish it off nicely. This is a machined aluminium blacked out shifter peg as well to replace the sort of stock rubber one. So that's quite nicely done. And then lastly, they've sent me out this beautiful anodized aluminium shorty front mudguard, which is going to replace the kind of cheap AliExpress one that I put on. So that's going to look a lot better as well. Oh yeah, and a pack of stickers. Those are pretty great. There's some nice stuff in there. And a t-shirt, so expect to see me wearing that at some point soon. So yeah, today I'm going to fit these smaller items and show you guys how they look. The shorty front mudguard, I'm probably going to make a separate video about that because I want to show you a bit more in detail comparison between the two parts, just to give you a feel of like what the difference is in quality at those two different price points. But we'll crack on for now and get all these parts fitted. Alright, so let's start with the easiest one, the fuel cap. Hopefully by now, if you're a Street Twin owner, you know how to remove your fuel cap and then screw this new one in. Now, this one doesn't lock, so if you live in a high-risk area of getting your petrol nicked, maybe this isn't for you, but you know, if you're garaging your bike and that kind of thing, then you should be all right. That looks lovely. I mean, this wasn't planned, but I think the sort of aluminium stripe around the outside there really ties in nicely with this stripe that was on the tank. Pure coincidence, but I think it just, yeah, it looks perfect. This is vented as well, I think, so, or rather has a valve in here, just so that if, you know, you get pressure build up in the tank, it sort of releases it. Nice. All right, so here's the oil filler cap, just a plastic one on the Street Twin. So just screw that out. Then the Motone one just screws in. And it has an Allen bolt on the top there, so I think it's a 6 mil. Just in case you want to give it a little nip up like that. Lovely. So here's the shifter peg. Nope, again a 6 mil. 6 mil. Iron key to get this off. As I'm unwinding this, I can see that there's a bit of thread lacquer on the bolt there. So I may just use a little bit on the new shifter peg. I guess because if you're pressing on that, there's a chance it'll turn as you press it with your shoes. So you don't want to unscrew it and then lose it somewhere and then end up riding around in the same gear. So just a little bit of, I've got some blue thread lock there. Just a touch on the threads. Let's tighten that up. And then the last thing I'm going to do today is just put these dress-up bolts onto the shocks. Now the exhaust kind of blocks access to the bottom one here. So given that I'm going to change these shocks over soon for some Hagon shocks, I'm not going to bother just swapping the bolts today. I'll wait to do the bottom ones that you can't see anyway until I've got the pipes off to change the whole shocks. So today I'm just going to do the top ones. So you need a 12mm wrench for this bolt. Okay, so that's the original. And again, you can see some residual thread locker in the hole and on the bolt there. So you want to be using some when you install the new bolts. So that looks way nicer than this original kind of cheap bolt. And generally on this build for me, the more blacked out it is, the better. So fits in nicely. Worth adding in the Haynes manual, it says that these should be torqued to 28 Newton meters. We'll get the torque wrench out. 28. All right, so let's get the bike outside and show you what it looks like. Alright, so that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know how you think all these little extra bits look. I think they just finish it off so nicely. Let me know how you're all getting on, and I'll catch you soon.